Hello, everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It's a beautiful, sunshiny day out there. All the neighbors are out doing yard work, burning branches, that kind of thing. It is currently 16 degrees Celsius, which means it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're kind of on a second summer ish kind of thing happening. It's supposed to be in the 20s all week, which is lovely. So I'm down to this amount of space again on my desk. You know how nice and clean I had it? I actually had a full screen, but you know the way I work. I have stuff, guys. I have lots and lots of stuff sitting over here. It's okay. So I figured, hey, Peter, nice to see you. I figured that today I would work on stuff for the Hallowzine. The weekend is coming up. It starts Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's 13 hours both on the 13th and 14th of October, so that's Sunday and Monday. If you are looking to do a spot on the streams or do a recording or something to do with the Hallowzine, please contact Miriam. I guess I can I'll put her email link down below so that you know who to contact. It's also supposed to Meet Your Creativity and other places like that. And anyway, it's just we're working on it. We're working on Hallowzine. So one of the since I'm going to be doing a couple of different things for it, I have taken a piece of paper, just a plain piece of copy paper, and I put down a sky kind of thing napkin on it. So it's all glued down and it's ready to go. I'm not sure if this is going to be a zine or a meander book. I haven't quite decided yet. I but that's going to be what this is going to turn into. I have been working on my Franken page. Now, normally when we do Franken papers, we just glue a whole bunch of papers down together. I have done this in the past where I've used all different shades of green stuff, and then I come along with a needle and just some black thread. And in various places, I will go and stitch on one side. And I want to come up on this side. So I'll just poke a hole here, come up through that hole from the back. Can't find it. There we go. And I'll go across into the hole again. I'm holding this because I will tie it. So it's kind of like a stitch, right? Then we're going to come up again through that hole. And we're not going to pull it too tight because otherwise we will rip the paper. So then I will cut it off and tie it. Now, for this one, it's definitely going to be a zine. And I will leave the long ends because that way it looks like a stitch. Like there's been a stitch happening there. So across the other spots where I don't do the stitches, I will just do black lines with a marker. Oh, we're fuzzy. Oh, come on. I will just do black lines with a marker to indicate stitch lines. But there's definitely got to be a few things like that. What I will do, though, is make sure that I have this folded in half because I don't want any of those hand-stitched knots, on that center cut that we normally do, right? Because we cut it in the center. Hey, Andrea, nice to see you. So I don't want any stitching right there, but I will come in and do various stitches, just a little straight stitch and tie a knot so that it looks like stitching because this is Franken paper. So it has to look like Frankenstein. How you doing, Andrea? I'm just saying, things that I want to do for the Hallowzine weekend coming up. This one's definitely going to be a zine. This is a napkin on a piece of paper. So I'm thinking that's going to be a meander book. As I say, I do some hand stitching. Hey, Belinda, nice to see you. Did you happen to get that package I sent you yet, Belinda? Just curious. So anyway, like I say, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to do some random stitches on the red lines. I might put a bit of yellow paint on them, make them look oozy, and like that. Perfect. Okay, so I have a question. I have a question. So this is my jack-o'-lanterns that I'm going to be putting on Etsy at 100%. So that's what it would print like if you were just printing the paper. So I put this in because I wanted it that little bit smaller, because if I'm doing a meander book and a zine out of regular pieces of paper, I need them to be smaller. So I tried copying that at 50%, and I ended up like this with these itty bitty tiny little pumpkins. So, oh, look, and it chopped off the bottom of the faces here. That's very interesting to me. Why does it only do a quarter of the page when I try and do 50%? Okay. Okay, just wondering because it's been over a week, so I just thought I would check to see if you got it yet. Any clue why when I run this through and copy it at 50%, I get a quarter instead? Just wondering. And I did the same thing with my trees. So these will be cut out and used in my meander book and zines. The other thing I would like to do is I've got this scrap paper here, and I want to cut some tombstones and some ghosts and some creepy hands and that kind of thing. So these are pretty darn white. I want to brush some muck water on them, and then we're going to let them dry. And I've got this lovely muck water. So again, I'm just going to take that white away. Take that white away. And yeah, they're going to curl. It's okay. We need them to look aged. If it's a tombstone and the creepy hands that I make. Hey, Peter, hope you're feeling better today. And we're just going to go to a couple of places and add a bit more. We're just getting rid of that white. White, white, white. That will have to dry. I might have to give it another coat. Maybe a little bit of blue or green for moss kind of thing. I guess the moss I can always just sponge on after. I haven't decided exactly what's going to be happening in my zines or meander books. I just know that I don't want white paper. Okay. Okay, Belinda. I can't remember exactly when I sent it. Let's do a couple more. Just so we got them in case I do more than just the two zines and I need more of the bits that I'm going to make. All right. You know, I like having all these scraps of white paper just for this kind of purpose. Of course, I did my jack-o'-lanterns on them. I did finish the other 12 jack-o'-lanterns yesterday. So that was something that got accomplished. I've got so much glue on here, I'm wondering if I should not be doing this because they're going to get all sticky. What is in the gray water? This, you know how when you paint, you clean your brushes off in a glass of water? I call it muck water, and quite often I save it. Well, I do save it. And then I put it on the counter and let it evaporate so that I get more depth of color in it. And I call it muck water, and that's what this gray water is. It's just brush cleaning water. I'm just using it to lower the bright white on the pages because I want to make tombstones and I don't want them super white. Oh, I have like cups of this all over my bathroom counter. I've got green and purple and blue and gray. So, yeah, I use my MAC water. A lot of people buy those inks for edging pages. I use my MAC water most of the time because it's here, it's free, and I don't want to pour these plastics down the drain. We've got enough plastic in our water systems and oceans and stuff. So, yeah, we'll just put these up here to dry. I just can't justify paying lots of money for inks that I might never use. They would sit here most of the time because I don't use them that often. All right. All right. Yeah, that's pretty sticky. I probably should have cleaned that before we started. Hope everybody's doing good today. You get a jelly plate tomorrow? Awesome. You will have lots of fun with that. Lots and lots and lots of fun. So, let's cut some ghosts. Scrap of white paper. Yes, hello, lurkers in the balcony. Nice to see everybody here. I'm just making little bits of ephemera. I guess I need a couple of blank zines so that I know, like, I like doing the tall, skinny ones. So I'll probably do one tall, skinny, and then just one regular sized zine. So I'm going to use these to determine what size I need to make my ghosts and things. Not good, but okay. Okay. So we'll make some tall, skinny ghosts. Actually, I think I'm going to be doing them pretty little because if I'm adding other stuff to the page, yeah, that's what'll happen. Okay, so we got like a little thing there, and we're going to give them a sleeve kind of thing happening, and a head. We're wobble cutting, guys. You know, Kim wobble cuts. Thank you, Ron. You brought me a cup of tea. Say hi, Ron.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Okay. And we're going to consider that a ghost shape. A ghostly shape. Belinda says hi. Andrea says hi. He's gone. Okay, so I've got some really skinny ghosts happening here. And let's flip you around. Okay, so let's cut out a few more and then we'll just decorate them up really fast. Peter says hi. Yeah, I think I could probably get a few more. Okay, so we went for the tail part. We do a bit of a sleeve kind of thing happening. Head. Another sleeve kind of thing happening. And we go down to the bottom. Give a little bit of a wobble cut at the bottom. Don't really want such sharp corners. More ghosts, and we'll do one more set of ghosts. Then I'll show you what I do with them. And of course, you know, you're gonna do with them what you're gonna do with them. This one can have his hands going up. That's kind of cool. I haven't done one like that. Yay! He's waving. Head. That hand can go down. Maybe he's doing a hokey pokey or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. And we're gonna just do this. I know they don't look like anything yet. Just wait. There's more. So I like doing ghosts with really big happy faces, nice rosy cheeks. And so we're going to put some rosy cheeks on first, and then we're going to continue drawing faces on them and other things, if that's okay with you. Guess I could do them like paper dolls. A string of paper dolls of ghosts would be kind of fun too. Okay, so let's grab a pink pencil crayon. We're going to give them really rosy cheeks. Let's get that a little bit sharper. This is a Crayola magenta. Ooh, magenta. So we're going to give them rosy cheeks, just little round cheeks. I don't know how you guys can't see, but we're just doing two little rosy cheeks. Okay, and we're going to do that on all of them. Just putting the cheeks on, guys. Just put cheeks on them all. This is how I work when I'm doing mask making, right? That I get more done when I do it kind of like in a sequence like that. Everybody gets their cheeks, everybody gets their eyes, everybody gets mouths. So I've got 12 ghosts and I'm sticking to them. Hey, guys. Yeah, yeah. If I do them like paper dolls, I could do a whole strand of ghosts. That would be kind of fun. Really would. Everybody has cheeks. We just have some cheeks happening. White blobs with cheeks. Okay? Now we're going to take a black gel pen and we are going to give them some eyes. So first we're going to give them cheeks, right over the cheeks. Now we're going to give eyes. You could do the eyes in any shape you want. Cheeks and eyes. Cheeks and eyes. So I'm doing them all kind of different. Yeah, I got some round eyes. Oh, I've got some teardrop shaped eyes. Could have them all different shapes, right? All different shaped eyes. So we've got cheeks. And let's do two eyes very close together like this. We're having fun. And for the eyes, we're just doing the shapes of the eyes right now. So do you need me to go up on a stool so you can see what I'm doing? Okay, can you see that? So he's got cheeks, cheekbones, and the outline of his eyes. That's what I'm doing on all of them. So they're all going to have different shaped eyes. Blurry. Ugh, come on. Do, 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 do. Well, that's one thing StreamYard doesn't do is go that blurry on us. Come on. Wow. Is it because I got white? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. And you know what, guys? These are ghosts. They don't have to be 100% perfect. We're just doing fun. Hey, Anne. Oh, nice. An outing that didn't involve medical. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, I'll give you a quick catch up on what we're doing. I'll just finish this last ghost's eyes here. Okay, so Hallowzine's coming up this weekend. Yay! So I did one paper with a napkin on it because it's got, night sky. Figured that'd be kind of fun to play with. That may be a meander book. I did a Franken page in greens, outlined it in red. I might come back and put a little bit of yellow paint in various places so that it looks really oozy. But what I do is then I stitch across it, like loop it a couple of times and tie a knot so it looks like stitches. And I'm going to do that randomly throughout. I just folded it in half because I don't want any stitches where I'm going to be cutting. They are some book pages, some just regular white pages. So it's like Franken paper, right? I know I did red and green. It's Franken paper. You know, that's why I'm going to add some yellow, and it's going to be covered up a lot, I'm hoping. I've done this in the past, and I cringe. Honestly, guys, I cringe when I do it because you know how I feel about red and green, but I see the end product. So I will be coming and putting the black lines across where I don't do the stitches. I don't do it all the way because it takes far too long, but I will come back with the black thread and needle and do a few spots. Okay, so there's that. Then I am taking some white paper and I put muck water on it because we're going to do some tombstones. These are waiting to dry. I've got glue on my board here, my mat, so the paper is kind of sticking a bit. So I've got that happening. Rod put my tea on my wet paper. Oi, oi. Okay, so then I took some white paper and I cut out a little bit of ghosts because, as I say, one of those is going to be a meander book, one of those is going to be a zine, and I'm going to be doing another one. I'm probably going to be doing three. So then I cut out a bunch of little ghosts, and so far we've put some eye shapes on, but we started by putting cheeks on all of them because I cut out 12. Okay, so now we've got those happening. So now we got to add noses and mouths, right? So you can do the noses any shape you want. I kind of attach them to the cheekbones. And I do noses. Okay, we got some noses. I'm going to put noses on noses on all of them. And like I say, they're going to be odd shapes. They're not all going to be the same shape. And the reason I like putting the noses on is so that way I know where I'm going to be putting the mouths. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right. Everybody has a nose now. Yay for noses. Okay, so we got noses. All right. Okay. So when I do these guys, I just give black dots for the eyes. They're fast, they're simple. We're not going over crazy. The only color on them is the cheeks. Okay, so let's just add some dots for where the eyes are looking. And that's the thing, you put the dots in the eyes and they can be looking any way you want them to. Anyway, anyway. Maybe I should put the stool on the desk so you can see. Okay, now they all have eyes looking in various directions. Okay, okay. Oh, missed one. Where do you want to look? Straight ahead at us. Okay, so now we've got those. Let's give them some eyebrows. And we're just going to do a squiggle. Squiggly eyebrows. I guess you could give them eyelashes too if you wanted. I'm working very small for these. Very small. Show you some eyebrows. Like I said, you could put eyelashes on. It's up to you. Okay, now come the mouths. Now this is the fun part because you can do mouths in any way, shape you want. So I like to go and do kind of like an underline under the cheeks. Big smile. Oh, this pen's skipping. And then you got to give them teeth. Hey, Doretha, nice to see you. We are making ghosts because I'm working on stuff for the Hallowzine special this weekend that is happening. So we're just doing little wee ghosts because they have to fit in zines or meander books. Zines and meander books. So we've given them all cheeks, we've given them all eyes, we've given them all noses. Now we're doing mouths. The schedule for Hallowzine should be published on my Facebook group. I need to touch base with Miriam. I don't think very many people signed up for it, actually. And I know with the weather down in Florida, you know, we just need to kind of wait too. So yeah, I just basically cut out odd shapes, so they got a couple of arms, a drapey thing, and a head. And I always fold my paper to cut because I like to do more than one at a time because I'm a lazy crafter like that. Pretty much they all have the same shaped mouth, but that's just fine. Big smiley mouths, because they're all friendly ghosts, right? We like friendly ghosts. Some of them look a little angry, but for the most part, they're friendly. And then once these are done with the mouths, you kind of do an outline all the way around them. Give them a little bit of a. I'll show you. I'll show you. If they were a bit bigger, they would have different kind of shaped mouths, I'm sure. But we're just doing smiley mouths with teeth. You have yet to make a zine? Well, I'm going to make a zine out of this Franken paper. I just need to finish stitching a few places and then do all the other just like stitch marks on it. And then this one, I think I'm going to turn it into a meander book. But those aren't I'll um, fold them up and get them ready for zines for Sunday so that they're pre-made. So I can just basically decorate. I haven't really decided how I'm decorating. I'm just going to be doing the creepy stuff that I do. So these aren't stark white anymore. If you can, I'll put the ghost against it. You can see how different the ghost is compared to that. I am going to give it another coating with this muck water, or maybe I'll go in the back and get one that's a little bit darker. As soon as I finish these ghosts, yeah, some of these are goofy looking guys, but that's okay. They're ghosts, and they're all happy because they're all got big toothy smiles. Well, okay, so maybe they kind of look creepy, like this guy. All right, all right, all right. So now we're going to outline just all the way around the outline of them, and we're just going to kind of draw a line, and it doesn't have to be straight. It's a ghost. It's a ghost. Doesn't have to be perfect, but wherever there's it comes in a little bit, we're going to make sure that he's got some folds happening so that he looks like he's like this. Now, if you want, you can go with a blue pencil, and where you do the lines that are coming up as folds, you can take a blue pencil and just go over those lines, and it will give it that little bit more depth that it looks like it's in a shadow. So now I'm just going to outline them all, and I will consider my ghosts for the zine or meander book done. I will put them on a piece of paper and show you as soon as I have got them all outlined. I'm hoping none of you guys are in the way of Milton. That looks pretty scary coming at you down south there. Yeah, I like making zines. For some reason, I have a real difficult time with coming up for stories for them. I don't know what that's all about, but I guess it just comes with practice. Got some really creepy looking ghosts here, guys. Some cute, some creepy, some none of which I would still like to meet on a dark alley, of course. You didn't have a story like, you know what? I find I did that one scene out of scraps, all those scraps. It doesn't have a storyline, but I sure like the way the scraps look on the pages. As I say, if you do these a little bit bigger, you can always add eyelashes or whatever you like to them. But I just thought that these could be cute. Well, I like using these ghosts instead of just, blobby kind of ghosts. To me, everybody's got to have a personality, right? Everybody needs to have a little bit of a personality. I have to go and get my boys from school. They spent the weekend at their house with my elder daughter. So I need to go and get lunch meats and stuff like that. Snacks, drinking boxes. All right, let's find a nice piece of paper. Let's put them in the sky. I don't have time to make all the things I want to make either. I just saw, I spend a lot of time on Pinterest um, because it's one of the ways to alleviate my anxiety issues. And I saw the cutest little embroidered and beaded hearts done on scrap fabrics. I'll have them until Thursday morning. I'll drop them off at school and they'll take the school bus home. So they're the little ghosts, guys. Time is a four-letter word. All right. So if I were to put these in a regular size zine, they would fit just fine. I don't know if I need to make more or not. I have 12. Zines have what? 8 pages. Ooh. And Meander books have a lot more. I'll probably have to make another batch, maybe two. But see how fast they go? I got 12. And we've been on for 39 minutes. Yeah, the body doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, so these need to go in a container. Let's grab a little cup. Grab a little cup. I keep all these little plastic cups around so that I can store my stuff. There, little cup of ghosts. I also have, I bought a die for my tuttle bug, and it makes skeletons. I'm going to do a zine and a meander book because I'm going to be on my channel at 11 on Sunday for 2 hours. And hopefully, other people will be with me. Um, we'll see how well StreamYard's acting. I had such trouble on Sunday. Um, and then I was going to go on to Jean's. Jean is streaming after I am. So I've got those. And then I've got these really cool little scrawny cats. So I was thinking had to test because I couldn't even get on by myself on Sunday. It was just brutal. Um, okay, so I also have this die, and I was thinking I could cut out a whole bunch of black cats out of these. So got those to add, and then of course I scanned the pumpkins really small and the trees. So I've got some trees and some pumpkins and some cats. These are going to be for tombstones. I want to go and get a darker muck water. Be right back. This one has evaporated down really nicely. It's very dark. It's almost black. Swish it up good. Yeah, those cats are a blast. The issue, though, is all their tails get tangled together. It can be a little bit annoying. So these are the 4 that I'm going to make some tombstones and stuff out of. So we're just going to... Oh, that's much darker than the other stuff was. That's okay. I like it. It's tombstones. They need to look old, right? We don't want them stark white. Cats, ghosts, trees, pumpkins. Yeah. I might just paint some cats on some of the pages. Like those backwards cats I do. I can do those in black really easily. I could paint pumpkins. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Still a little wobbly, Anne. But at least you're mobile. You know, being mobile is good. Being mobile is good. I'm going to be cutting out a lot of tombstones. Because I think there's going to be a tombstone on every page. So again, we're going to have to let these dry because I don't have a drying apparatus for my stuff. That's just fine. All right. Now those need to dry. Walking away, not telling that. Okay, I just wanted to get that off my desk because I also have a cup of tea, and I know darn well that I would dip my paintbrush in it because we know that that's what I do. All right. Those need to dry. We'll dry this up, and then we're gonna. Hey, Jan, nice to see you. Oh, I could do some of my fruit trees. Yeah, for sure. Except my fruit trees are really oh yeah, I love having scenes for graveyards. I really do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I have a 5/8 inch punch, We're going to take some white and we're going to cut out a bunch of eyeballs. And we're going to decorate them up. Because sometimes you want eyeballs floating around a graveyard. You just do. Okay, so I fold that up, just a piece of white copy paper. And it barely fits in the punch. Oh my. Okay. Whoa! They kind of moved. They're not quite round. It's okay. I'm going to unfold this by one because that was brutal. A little too hard on the hand. I'm making eyeballs because everybody needs to have eyeballs. Everybody needs to have some eyeballs floating. You missed it, Jan. I showed off a green and red page I did. Eyeballs are good, especially when they work. And we're just going to cut this because I can get a couple out of the middle too. Look, that went in the garbage. I'm trying to get very much better. Very much better. Uh-huh. I don't know where my English went. There. Garbage. Look. Who am I? Yeah, it's very strange. I did a page of green and red because I'm making Frankenpaper because this is going to be the background for my zine. So I'm going to do like some sewn stitches in various places all over. And then I'm just going to draw black lines on other spots. And probably add some yellow. Okay, so we've got eyeballs. So the first thing we're going to do, I don't even know how many I've got, but we're going to make a whack load. Yeah, very Halloween. Hi, Brenda. Nice to see you. I am working on bits for my Hallowzine thing. And I know I've got way more eyeballs here than I would probably ever use, but you know what? It's okay. Whack load, yeah. Hey, Dana, how are you doing? Like, when's that storm is supposed to be coming at you? Yeah. Oh, I hope you're safe enough where you are, hon. Okay, so I just cut out a whole bunch of 5/8 inch circles. And we're going to make some eyeballs because we can. Just making sure that they're all kind of separate because I folded the paper. We got lots of eyeballs. I can have eyeballs hanging from trees all over the place. Tomorrow night? Tomorrow at noon? Okay. Okay. So, what have I done so far? We did little ghosts because, this is the Hallowzine that we're doing, right? So we got little ghosts. Chopped up some little ghost things. And, oh no. See, look. Already I'm making a mess. Ghosts. And then I've got these little skeleton die cuts. And I've got these goofy cat die cuts, but I'm going to cut some just in black. Because sometimes you're going to want a cat just standing on a tombstone or something. So I'm going to do some of those cats. Oh, fuzzy again. Fuzzy again. Are we still fuzzy? Blurry? A little bit, eh? Rats. Okay. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out like a green. Let's do some green eyeballs. We're just going to do a circle in the middle. or so, a circle somewhere. I have no idea how many we've got. Okay, so we're making eyeballs now to just have lying around the graveyard, etc. Because we can. Okay, so we've got some light green. Let's grab some blue. I've got blue. Oh, that's a nice blue. So basically, I'm doing some very, very simple stuff that I got a darker blue. Very, very simple stuff. Uh-oh. Look, this one's stacked. This one's stacked. Oh, this one was stacked with lots. Look, I got more than I thought I did. All right. So this is going to be a dark blue. Okay. Now, what else? What other colors? There's another green. Let's do some more green. Again, we're going to be doing red and green because we've got to make these creepy eyeballs, right? All about the creepy eyeballs. Guess I need a black. I need a red. Do some brown. I'm making eyeballs. I'll show you the Halloween page I did in the past. I like having eyeballs floating around, so we're just doing those kinds of eyeballs right now. You can see the ghosts. Those ghosts are bigger than the ones I did. We're going to do some creepy hands too. So right now I am just doing the eyeballs. Because they're fun. Oh, this one too. That one too was doubled. Doesn't matter where you do the pupil, the iris pupil. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. I know it's only Tuesday. Got lots of blue, lots of green. Let's do some more brown ones. So yeah, I'm just doing eyeballs. So what I did was I punched out a whole bunch of white circles, obviously. And I'm just using Sharpie markers to do the iris. You need another color. Here's another blue. I think we got lots of blue, lots of green, maybe some more dark green. Let's just a few more dark green ones. They're easy enough to do. They just take a while when you do this number of them. If you were only doing 6, you'd be done by now. I don't remember the last time I did 6 of anything. Okay, so now we've got this. We're going to take the black one and we're going to give them the iris. So black dots, just a black dot in each of the colored dots. You can make them bigger. I am just putting black dots because you know what? People are going to see that these are eyeballs hanging in the trees and wherever else. Guess I could have counted them as I was dotting, but I did not. Did not count the eyeballs. There, I think they're all dotted. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, look, I missed one. So I'll hold a couple up to show you what I mean. Oh, look, this one's a double as well. Maybe. No. Nope. Okay, so I just did circles with colored circles and black dots. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Definitely. We're going to take a red and we're going to outline each and every circle. Go around the edge. You can do some little veiny things too if you want, like that. Whoop. Okay. How many red eyes? I don't have any red eyes. So now what I do is I will outline this. I will outline this when I put it down on the page, right? I will go around it, but I will take a white gel pen and I will just do some wee little white marks around. Okay, and then of course you need the white highlight. So you're going to go and you're going to do 2 white dots. Now this eyeball is complete until it's glued down, and I put that. Yeah, bloodshot eyes. I mean, you can use a gel pen so that those are thinner, like the veining in the eyes is thinner. So basically all I'm going to do now is I'm going to outline them all with the red. And I know this is probably boring as bejeez. And again, you know what? It doesn't have to be nice and smooth and flat because you want it to have kind of that little bit of a, not perfect, because they're out and about on the town without the rest of the body, right? They're out and partying. Right. It's definitely not in great shape. Oh, look, this one doesn't have an iris. Let's give it an iris. So, as I say, I'm just getting ready for the Hallowzine hop on Sunday and Monday. It's not really a hop, I know that some people have signed up. I'm not sure who all has signed up. I know that because of the storm, yeah, Graveyard Eyes, a new customer base for Visine. I love it. I do. I do. And of course, you can do these lines thick, thin, whatever you like. I know that sometimes when I'm outlining them with the red, I get like a flat spot. So I go and I try and make it a little bit more round, which makes it a little thicker. Yeah, I don't know what my fixation is with eyeballs. I'm crocheting more because I only have three, and I think they should be hanging off every shelf in my living room. Bought myself a little wee bird skeleton at Dollarama. So he's sitting on my shelf. Betty David eyes. Betty David eyes. Betty Davis eyes. Yep. The day after. Yes. Yeah. See, those lines are way thick. I'm not too happy. I'll use a red gel pen to bloodshot the rest of them. Just definitely need the thick red outline. Again, as much or as little work as, yeah, it's a plastic skeleton, but it's a little bird skeleton and you can move its wings. So he's in amongst all the mushrooms in my living room. I like creepy things. I still would like to get those, not the 12-foot skeletons from Home Depot, but just the regular size skeletons. And I think that they should sit at my dining room table and I'll dress them or, at least put hats and glasses on them and they can join us for dinner for Thanksgiving and stuff. Yes, spider webs. Oh, that could be fun. That could definitely be fun. The spider webs and spiders, I will definitely have to paint or draw in. Probably use gel pen for the webs. Oh, look, there's one underneath. Well, it's outlined pretty much. That one's left intentionally blank. Wonder how many I'll have. With disembodied eyes. Yeah, yeah. You never know what to expect, right? Giant spiders. Oh, nice. I just have my beaded spiders nailed to my deck, the posts on my deck. Don't have any spiders in the house yet. Although, maybe I will make some and hang them off that Franken urn I've got. But that's very cool, Jen. And the neighbors aren't complaining. I was just reading something about somewhere in the States where their HOA was complaining about the color that somebody had painted their house and was demanding that they change the color because it wasn't aesthetically pleasing with the rest of the neighborhood, which was all beiges and grays and everything. Ooh, you know what'd be really cool is if you did spiders, but with like Martian, Marvin the Martian helmets, and then it could be spiders from Mars, like the album Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. I should do that. I know somebody that I could send those to. Oh, another blank eye. Well, I'm going to have less eyes than I punched out, but you know what? I think I'm going to have a lot of eyes. Yeah, I am so glad that we just live in a little rural town where people aren't. I mean, some people get really irritated at some of the neighbors that have lots of vehicles on their yard, and the houses, um, they've got cedar siding on their house, but they haven't looked after it, so it looks really, really shabby. But it's not like anybody gets fined or spoken to or anything. Oh, look, it's going to look like I've got blood all over my fingers. Yeah. You would think with the amount that you pay for houses and the amount of taxes and stuff you pay, you should be able to do whatever you want to your own house. Another blank. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I can't imagine that either. Really can't. Yeah, I saw another one on Facebook. It was a farmhouse. So it looked like it was probably on a 2 acre lot, maybe a little bit more. But the neighbors were close enough that they could see the house. And the house, the garage, the sheds were all painted a lovely purple. Why am I doing this one? It's blank. Um, and they were really complaining about, they've got this bright purple house in the middle of their scenic view. And I was just thinking, I think people should have the right to have their houses the way they want. Just cannot imagine. Okay, we're going to outline all these. And again, I'm not doing it 100%. I'm just, we want them creepy. Creepy eyeballs. Oh, way off. Way off. Oh my. So I probably should have something flat to work on because there's enough glue on here that I can't draw straight for love nor money because of the glue blobs. My goodness, on my mat here. All right, so I don't want to bore you guys anymore with these. I'm gonna squish them up, and I will finish those. I'll actually probably take them upstairs and do them when my boys are here. Yes. That's just it. They're fun. And people are saying, yeah, like if you're giving directions to your house, how easy is it to say, I'm 3 doors down from the purple house? So much easier giving directions. Yeah, bugs are interesting. I found a crochet pattern online. I haven't purchased it yet. These are still damp. I haven't purchased it yet, but it's for crocheting a cat skeleton. Okay, so we got those. They still drying. The eyeballs need just a little bit of touch up with gel pens. Let's take another piece of paper. I think we just need half, reasonably half. We're going to cut out those hands. And I'm only going to do it in four because when you're cutting out fingers and that kind of thing, it's easier to cut when it's thinner than when you've got like 8 pieces on top of each other. So we're going to cut out hands. So when I do the hands, see the hand? I just do the hand part, and then when I put it down, I paint the nails. Because they have to have long red nails, right? Okay, so we've got a wrist, right? Got a wrist. We go up for the thumb. We got a forefinger. Middle finger. A ring finger. And a baby finger. You don't like even to touch pictures of bugs? Okay. Okay, so we've got 4 creepy hands. And of course, you know, they need to be a little bit on the blue scale. I probably should have used some blue muck water on this before I started. Now we're going to do another one. So we do a wrist and a thumb. A forefinger. Too many bad events with creepy crawly things. So, like, these little hands could be coming out from behind tombstones or behind a tree, something like that. think I want to cut a couple more because I'm doing both a magazine or a zine and a meander book. No, I can't see that a cockroach would come along and make it better. You're right. Good point. I love it. Okay, so we're just going to cut a couple more hands. Like I say, they're just going to be ready to go. Excuse me, I just need to answer this. Oh, mouse. Do, 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 do. Okay, so we're doing the pointer finger. Ooh, wonder if I could cut out a hand that's pointing like this. Go that way. I don't know. Well, might have to try that. Oops. Now, normally the hands have much longer arms, like arm pieces, so that they're reaching up out of something. Sorry, guys. Black widow or brown recluse? Ooh. Okay, so this one I'm going to give it a bit of an arm. I mean, these could just be lying down on the ground here and down the ground there, maybe on top of one of the little pumpkins, or holding a pumpkin or something. We'll figure that out. But let's give it a little bit more of an arm. I'm trying to cut them small. Having difficulty with really little things lately. I guess having big scissors like this doesn't work. Smashed and tossed in the toilet. Yep. I have an issue with moths. I can't do moths. See, this one doesn't have a very long arm either. It's okay. So I just have hands lying around like I've got eyeballs lying around. Guess maybe I need to learn to do some feet, because that would be good too then. Might as well have all kinds of body parts. There. So that's 16 hands. That's a decent sized horse. Swim when they dive into the toilet. Yeah. Oh, I know. I don't think I could even go to Australia. I mean, I don't have too much of a problem with creepy crawlies. Sorry. So now I've got hands. Like I say, I'm going to dab them with some blue paint because they have to be, old and creepy looking. I want to see if I can cut out toes and shoes. Not shoes. Little feet. I need thin paper. Let's try feet. I haven't done feet. That's crazy. Okay, we need a foot. So if it's a foot, I'm sorry, I'm going to be talking my way through this. Okay, so there's the heel. That's the leg. Does that look like a foot or does it just look like a sock? Sorry, friend of mine is giving her dining room table and chairs to one of my grands and trying to make arrangements. Some are smashed and flushed. Yep. Oh, mice deserve to go, Andrea. Mice deserve to go. You can see a foot. Okay, so I will again do these in blue. Do some toes, some ugly like yellow nails. Some. I'll dip this in red. Yeah, no, I get it, Jen. Okay, so we've got an ankle, a heel. It's going to be toes. It's a long, narrow foot. We'll see if I make these into feet or if I find that they're not as creepy as I thought. Okay, so we got hands, we got feet. This is still wet. Oh, it's not bad. Let's cut some tombstones. See how nice that looks now? It's modelly, it's gray. That's going to make great tombstones. Yeah, daddy long legs and garter snakes and things like that. All right. So because these books are little, I'm going to cut this way for the tombstones. So we're just going to do like a little bit flat on the top and down. Cut the folds off. Yeah, I had daddy long legs. The worst was like my kids. My kids, you know, when my kids were growing up, there was one day they came into the house and they had an ice cream pail with a lid on. And it's like, Mom, guess what we've got? I said, I have no idea. They opened it up and they said, grasshoppers. And they kind of gave it a shake. I had grasshoppers all over my house. I was not a happy mommy. Not a happy mommy. No. Didn't like my kids that day. You're not answering your phone. Okay, this one's still pretty damp. This one's not bad. We'll do a few more tombstones. Yeah, feet would be great in collages. I need to practice drawing feet. Maybe that's going to be. We all know I don't draw. I wobble cut and fill in the blanks. We're just, like I say, we're doing tombstones. I think we're going to have some long, narrow ones, tall, narrow ones. Yeah. I don't know about your nieces there, Jen. Well, and then they go, Mom, can we take the hair dryer outside? And it's like, no. What do you need it for? Beginning of heads for my masks? They could be too. Um, the They had furry caterpillars, those fuzzy caterpillars. They gave them a bath and wanted to try blow drying their hair. If you give a furry caterpillar a bath, their hair all falls out. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Um, I guess maybe we could do a couple crosses, little crosses. Yeah, we got some crosses. Well, they're wonky crosses. Some already have. You don't have a mouse problem. 7 foot long black snake named Elmo living under the house. Oh yeah, those were my daughters, Anne. They weren't even the boys. Those are very wonky crosses. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I got daughters. And they were playing with the girls next door when they were doing this. You know, who needs little ponies when you got fuzzy caterpillars? I don't know. Just don't know. Kids are wonderful. And then my other daughter, my eldest daughter, actually brought in some baby mice and had them living in her bedroom closet, unbeknownst to me. Yeah, I couldn't do a bigger snake either, probably. Okay, so I've got tombstones and some crosses. Do you think I need? What else do I need? I don't know. Okay, so this is the way I do the tombstones, right? So you go up the side and down because you want to give it like a 3D effect, right? Okay, so then of course I'm going to put here lies barium or bury am deep or something like that. I'll have a whole bunch of different ones, but I will get them all drawn first. And of course, the shadow's all going to have to go on the right side. Well, no, because they're not all going to be on the same page, right? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? And then they'll have grasses and pumpkins in front of them. Hey, Wonder Star Art, welcome, welcome. I am just working on bits to go in my Hallowzine. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Um, we have a bit of a hot streamathon thing kind of going on Sunday and Monday. It's called Hallowzine. So we're doing zines and with Halloween themes. So I'm just getting a bunch of stuff ready for putting in the book, in the little books. I'm going to do a meander book and a zine. So I've done some little ghosts. Focus. Hello. Focus. Doesn't like me today. Anyway, I've done some little ghosts. I've got some creepy hands. I'm going to try and draw these feet into something creepy. I've got the beginnings of eyeballs. I'm going to take some red gel pens and do some veining on the eyes and make the eyes look a little bit more interesting. Just working on tombstones and crosses. This is the page I'm going to use for my Hallowzine. Yeah, white paper is hard to focus. So what I do is I'm going to do some stitching on random places throughout so it looks like stitches. Then I'm going to take a black gel pen and do like straight lines. And I'll probably add a little bit of yellow to the red in places so it looks kind of pussy. That's going to be the zine. This one's going to be the meander book. It's just a napkin glued onto copy paper. What else have I done, guys? I've been at this a while. An hour and a half, though. I mean, we're getting somewhere, getting someplace. I muck watered my paper so that it's off white and it looks kind of old. Oh, got a bit of green. I have the girls. Things that creeped, crawled, and flied. Yeah, I mean, we live in the rurally. When we first moved here, it was farmers' field behind us, and our kids used to play out in the farmers' field, and like they didn't damage the crops or anything, but they would run through it now and then. But yeah, they brought home all kinds of interesting bits of critter things. So I've got my little pumpkins. I scanned my jack o' lanterns in and did them 50%, and to me that's 25%, but that's okay. And I did some of my trees, but that's the size the jack o' lanterns were. I could always put one of those on a page too, and something creepy with it, some hands or whatever. I've got some die cut skeletons, and I'm going to die cut some black cats with this die set that I've got. But I'm going to do them just out of black cardstock. I like them better at 100% too, but doing a zine, it's pretty narrow. If I fold it this way, those would take up a big chunk of the page. I'm looking for them. Like my trees barely fit on that. Hands are dry. But I mean, like those barely would fit, a lot of them, right? They're pretty darn big. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I spent a day cussy cutting those trees. I did a whole bunch and scanned them into the computer so that I could print them. Yes. And then I showed you the ghosts, right? We did the ghosts. Showed you all my little ghosties. We got all kinds of little ghosts. So yeah, that's kind of what we're playing with today. Just some Halloweeny kind of stuff. Blue Jean Shrug, right on. That's awesome. That's awesome, Brenda. Between 50 and 100? Yeah, I can. But, I'm thinking if I have a pile of pumpkins going up like as a page border almost, or maybe a stack of 5 around a tree with a hand coming out of the ground, you know. Okay, let's get back to outlining some of these tombstones. This way, if I've got them done, I can take them upstairs and do the writing on them. So I can be around the boys even though I'm kind of not paying attention. And of course, I would probably take a green pencil crayon or whatever and do some moss on them. You need to find something to work on? Yeah. I finished my Jackie lanterns. And because I'm not getting right to this edge, I'm going to have to trim as well. But that's fun. I wonder if it'd be easier to do it upside down. Maybe, maybe not. Struggling with these little papers today, guys. That's weird. Just weird, I tell you. Yeah, I gotta go and get the boys, and then we're gonna pick up groceries. So they got stuff for school. The parents will be home Thursday evening. Oh my goodness. Yep, gonna have to trim a lot of this stuff, but that's fine. I don't mind trimming stuff. I really don't mind trimming stuff. I've been finding all kinds of interesting things, guys. Hey, I could do a zine with monsters. Ooh. Will my monsters fit on a zine, or am I going to have to scan them down? Let's grab some monsters and find out. Didn't think of that. Oh, come. And you guys will be happy to know I found my birds. So now it's going to be a mad dash to get those books done. Yeah, Sandra and TJ are in New Orleans. Because, see, look, remember when we did this? When I did the doors? What's behind the door? Maybe I should do some doors. And I could do poisonous flowers. Ugh, too much, too much, too much. But I think I should do a zine of monsters. See, I could put a monster and do a write up about it. I think that's what I'll do. I will scan some of these in. See, some of them are too big. I'll have to find ones that fit. Definitely monsters. Yeah, they left last Friday. They dropped the boys off here Thursday. and they'll be home on Thursday. They've been posting pictures. It looks like they're having a blast. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do some monsters. I'm going to pull out a bunch that will fit, and I will maybe scan them down just a little bit, and then I'll have to write stories to go with each and every one of them. Oh, see? I'm leaving things till the last minute again. Yeah, they had to go down for work. Sandra needed to go down for work, and TJ was able to, because they're at the end of season for his job, so he was able to go with her. Oh, I'm excited about this now. Oops. It's okay if I have to trim them. Just about done. Jan, what day are you guys having Thanksgiving? I think we've come to a compromise that we're doing Thanksgiving in November because I think Em will be home in November for a visit. Well, Sandra's got the travel perks. TJ had to pay his own plane fare and food, but yeah. All right. So these are ready to be written on. If you guys look on Pinterest, there's all kinds of like cool tombstone things, sayings and stuff. The crosses, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. All right. Crosses and tombstones, eyeballs and hands, feet. What else was I going to do? Do you guys think I have enough? Of course, on the pages themselves, I'll be drawing cobwebs and spiders. Yeah. I mean, like, just enough. Yeah, I might have just enough. Exactly. Exactly. Between the pumpkins and trees. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I just need to put the finishing touches on this stuff, and I think I'll be good to go. Um, but Jan, we never did celebrate Thanksgiving. Like my parents never celebrated Thanksgiving. My sister doesn't remember. Like she knows that once my grandmother stopped having Thanksgiving, the family didn't celebrate it anymore. Um, so I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving until sometime in the 90s. And I know that you said that Ron's family, like the in laws, did, but I honestly don't remember celebrating with them. Yeah, and exactly. Like, I mean, I'll be able to paint some bats. Bats are easy enough to paint. Um, like I say, I'm going to do some black cats to sit on tombstones. I think I'll be able to do it. And if I can't, there's something seriously wrong with me, right? Yeah. So I'm excited about this Hallowzine thing. Seriously, if anybody wants to play along, get in touch with Miriam and let her know if you want to have a time slot to do, or if you, what? You know, I know you know. Or if you want to come on with Miriam or myself, I don't know if I can have people on with me because I changed my, um, okay, that's not, had to try it. White gel pen. Uh, I don't know if I can have people on with me. Will be every holiday and birthday, or a random Tuesday. Yeah, see, I don't mind doing random Tuesdays. Much better with a gel pen to do the lines in the eyeballs. Whoop, come, focus. There we go. I think it's got to do with. Do you guys remember the TV show Northern Exposure? Okay, let's do all the white first. There was a scene on Northern Exposure about they didn't celebrate Thanksgiving because the indigenous people on the show considered it the National Day of Mourning. And I really felt that. I really, really felt that. So I never wanted to celebrate Thanksgiving. I think I used to find a gel pen for the other eyeballs. Yeah, I think that's probably why my mom never celebrated it either, Jen. That, it was not a British thing. Okay. I have a finer gel pen someplace. Finer white gel pen. Where are you? You know, you would think that when you clean the place up, you would know where you put things, and I don't always. And of course, my dad was never bothered one way or the other if we celebrated or not. Oh, are you dry? Please don't be dry. There's absolutely no ink left in this. Why am I keeping it? Oh my, oh my, oh my. This one. This one should work. Irritating. So now I've got these gel pens that don't write anymore because why? I don't know. Do you guys find that your white gel pens run out, dry up really, really fast? Anyone? 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 Totally dry. Well, that's going in the garbage too. Is it the same way? All right. Well, then I'm just going to do the white dots and the eyeballs. And the red lines. They just have to look like eyeballs. We're not going for 100% reality here. Eyeballs don't just lie on the ground or hang in trees or have wings. I don't know what they're going to have. But they're going to be cute. I'll show you. I will show you. I hope that red comes off my hand before I go grocery shopping because people will look at me. Well, probably not because the cashiers there know me. Do those look like eyeballs? Remember, they're also going to be outlined in black. I can do that. I can show you that. You know, they're small, they're picky, but they're fun. They're just fun to add to things. Just fun to add to things. And of course, when they're down, I will outline them again. But this does give them a little bit more definition. Hey, Anina, nice to see you. Oh, you're welcome for the mail. I am working on stuff for my zine, for Hallowzine. So I was just doing some little eyeballs. I do definitely like them better with the black around them. What else did I do? I did creepy little hands. They need to be colored and stuff. Feet. I did some tombstones and crosses. I did a bunch of wee ghosts. Um, no, I really haven't done much. Oh, I muck washed the paper so that it looked old. This is one of the backgrounds that I'm going to use for a meander book. It's just a napkin on copy paper. And then I did a red and green. So I did a Franken page. And so on the red, I'm going to draw like little stitch marks. But randomly, I'm actually going to do some stitching on it, tie and knot, so it looks like it's been hand stitched. Guys, have I done anything else? I don't think I've done anything else. Anyone? Anyone? Know what else I've done today? Just been visiting and chatting. Cool. Ah. Well, Brenda's expecting something. Belinda's expecting something. I don't know who else is expecting anything. Don't forget the red lines. Well, I've done a lot of really little piddly things today, Belinda. But it's been fun. Like I say, when it comes to doing the pages themselves, I'll what? Something. I'll do something. Um, yeah, I haven't decided if I'm doing a story. I know so many people do wonderful stories. Wow, this gel pen is not wanting to cooperate either. Did I use paint? I don't know what the heck I used. I might have used paint to do those other eyes. Because those eyes even have, uh, I used pencil crayon on them. Yeah, I showed my cats and skeletons. Yeah. Yeah, that too, Brenda. I know that feeling. I mean, it's gotten to the point where we pretty much have the same thing for Thanksgiving that we do at Christmas time. So one of my daughters always does the turkey, other daughter does ham and mashed potatoes. Um, I do rouladen and meatballs and red cabbage. But I get it. I get it. Sharpie pens were used for the eyes. They may have been. I don't remember doing eyeballs with you guys. I'm pretty sure I did that a couple of years ago. I don't even remember when I make stuff anymore, guys. I came across something the other day and I went, when the heck did I make this? Yeah, I usually do a lot of the prep work beforehand too. My biggest problem though is if I do like the cabbage rolls and the meatballs and everything, I have a really bad habit of I look at the dish and I go, oh, that's not very much. I better make double of the next thing, right? And I make double of the next thing, and by the time I'm pulling everything out of the freezer, because you have to remember the other households bring stuff too, I start pulling stuff out of the freezer, I could probably feed half our town because I don't know how to cook small. Yeah, true. Items do take longer to create. Yeah, I did 12 ghosts because, Kim likes to have many of things. I like to have an inventory of things, which is okay. Pizza and pumpkin pie. Oh, nice. No, your Thanksgiving is so much closer to Christmas. I mean, our Thanksgiving is this coming weekend. Okay, so gel pens don't really like to write on marker. I think that's part of the problem. Do you get a lot of stuff in the freezer prior to, Jan? When I was doing all of the thing, I everything was pre-cooked except for the turkey and the ham. I did the same day. Then I just had to reheat. And I found that doing when I do rouladen to reheat them, it works best if I throw them in a pot in the gravy, they don't fall apart as bad as they do if I were to do them in a frying pan or anything. I don't know what my storyline's going to be, Anina. I might just write a little poem to go on each page, a little spooky poem. Things aren't outlined. Okay. Ghost flees to the cemetery. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She bakes incredibly well. See, we take turns on doing dessert. One family likes to do cheesecake. I do more like a chocolate trifle. Um, it's called Death by Chocolate. The other one um, does brownies usually. So it's nice when we take turns. Yeah, chocolate trifle, yes. Oh, look, you're not done. Go in that pile. Hands and feet and eyeballs, yeah. Cats and skeletons and ghosts, oh my. And spiders and webs. Haven't done any witches. Where are my witches? I don't even know where my witches are. Yeah, I have to do chocolate trifle because I have two grandsons that don't eat fruit, cooked fruit. So doing dessert for them is a little bit on the harder side. I'm craving pumpkin pie now. You guys have mentioned it. I think I'm going to have to buy one. I'm the only one that likes chocolate pie or pumpkin pie. So, I mean, they might have like a piece this big dark cherry pie filling. Oh, see, but that would mean there was fruit in it. My boys would need it. I got one boy that doesn't eat cheesecake either. You know, when your family grows, it's harder to cater to all these likes and dislikes, I tell you. I was actually watching YouTube last night for candy recipes because I thought maybe I would do different batches of candies for the other households this year instead of cookies. Your secret green beans? Mmm. We don't do sweet potato casserole. We don't normally do the green bean casserole. Sounds lovely though. Oh look, I'm just about done the eyeballs. Woohoo! Like I say, They are not perfect by any means, but it's not like people are going to be staring at it and pulling it apart. Or if they are, well, and don't like it, that's not my problem. Whoa. And one hit the floor, so I'm not going to worry about that one either. Yeah, I guess your family's increasing in size too now, Jen. I mean, not that the baby eats much. Yeah, see, I like turkey and gravy. I do not like ham. Not a big ham. Like, I like ham if I'm making pea soup or whatever, but I don't normally eat just ham. And stuffing. I could eat stuffing. Oh, yeah. I could live on stuffing. Yeah, there's lots here. All right, I've got a couple minutes before I have to get ready to go and get my boys. Yeah, see, I don't do stovetop stuffing. I actually found recipes for it's called stuffing balls. So you use your own bread and whatever, and then you freeze them, and then you take them out and cook them as needed. Well, I would need them every day with gravy. Not good. Okay, excellent, Anina. No, yeah, my kids have always brought strays as a rule. Um, I used to have about 20 people as well, and now it's just, you know, the kids, the grands, their partners. That's a lot of eyeballs. Need a little cup for those too. Oh, what's this? What is this? Oh, those are tails and stuff that broke off those cats, or not the outside part of the cats. Okay, what should get added to these cats? No, I do the stuffing from scratch. I do darn near everything from scratch, right? So, and I've been lazy lately. I don't do cabbage rolls anymore because so many of the grounds don't eat them. So I just do lazy man holopchi instead. So it's like the casserole of layers, whatever. Yeah. Well, folks, I would like to thank you guys all for being here and keeping me company while I worked on bits for my zine and Meander book. I hope I've inspired you to play with some of this stuff too. I would love to see your ghosts. Do you know what, Jan? I don't get much leftovers anymore because I send them with the grandkids, right? Brenda, exactly. I do too. I do too. I do too. Oh yeah, yeast rolls. I do loaves of French bread. Yeah, I'm hungry for stuffing now too. Stuffing and pumpkin pie. That's all I want. All right. Thank you guys all for being here, keeping me company, talking food, talking bits, talking all kinds of stuff. Takeaway bowls to get. I ended up buying our local Costco has those plastic. It's a 4 cup thing. It's a rectangle. It's got a lid. Takeout things. Um, my I bought. There's like 30 in a package. I bought those because I never get my containers back. So this way they can take them, they can keep them. I don't care. It works. It works. It works. Yeah, Ron doesn't get many leftovers for stuffing bread. Oh, nice. Reprimanding. Yeah, my kids don't bring my containers back. It got to the point where I was actually sending stuff home in plastic bags until I found these dishes. All right, guys, big hugs to you all. Thanks everybody for being here. Heads up for Friday. Hopefully, Jean will come and play if she is not able to, or if we can't stream on my channel, then we'll probably move to Jean's. We will definitely have the posting, and there's some sort of glitching happening with StreamYard. We're just kind of playing it by ear, so Friday could be interesting. Hugs to you all. Thank you very much for watching. Please sign up to show off your zines or meander books or Halloween postcards, anything like that. Love you all. Have a great week. Thanks everybody in the balcony. Thanks to the replayers. Yeah, I serve on real plates too. My kids are those kids that go, that's such a waste. Look at all that stuff going in the garbage. You know, kids. All right. Hugs to you all. See you Friday. Bye now. Thanks for being here.